I think I'm live. Am I live? Let's see who's. Do we have anybody in here? Nelson, you're there. I didn't think anybody would be here this late. Can you hear me on this new mic? Let me see. I think it is. I'm not muted. And I see it is. Am I too loud? Looks like it might be a little loud. Is it a little loud? Oh, let me do this here. Hold on. Let me get that up there. Hey, DTube. Hey, I just got this new mic, and I'm trying to see how it sounds. Am I too loud right now? Because it comes with software. Well, I have to download. I haven't used the software yet. It sounds fine, really, because this is like one of the top, fairly affordable mics. Although it's probably the most expensive one I bought is $140. But it comes with software where I can use it like a mixer. I can add, I think, up to one mix on the stream, and I did it's not too loud. Okay, good. I actually let me go back on my cell. Oh, I played the stream back, and yeah, it does sound pretty good. What I was going to say, it comes with software. Like I said, I did download it, didn't install it, but I did. Hey, Nelson, we installed Windows, which doesn't, but these days with fast, SSDs, it only takes like 15 or 20 minutes. But it's installing the software, which I really didn't have a whole ton of software to install, and because I was having some issues, some programs I downloaded maybe I shouldn't have downloaded. But I mean, it wasn't coming back as an infections or anything, but I think it made some things wonky. And I've been on this install since I built the machine almost 2 years ago. So like I don't know, some people they'll do a clean install every 6 months. I don't know, but anyway, this mic, it's USB. And here, let me turn it around here. Elgato, it's an Elgato Wave 3. Let me get the box up here. It's hard to, might be hard to see with my green screen on that thing, but it's USB, and it's got like I said, I have software can control it, and then it's got like three knobs. It's got a headphone, so I'm putting my headphones in with the 1/8 inch 3.5 millimeter jack. Hey, Vancini. And then it's got the mic and a mix. So it's got these three settings. I hit the button, and it'll control whatever switch to that. It will go like that. Like one click will take it to mic, one click will take it to the headset, we'll take it to the mix, and then I can adjust it that way. But there's software, like I said, I can add a mix in there, so I could be playing music. And this is, with all software, I don't have to use my mixer or anything. But if you look this is one of the hottest things on YouTube. I mean, that people are using for podcasting for inexpensive. I mean, you can spend a lot on all this equipment if you want to, right? I don't want to. I mean, I never thought I'd ever spend over $50 for a mic, and it was just like guitars. I said I would never spend it over $500 for a guitar. Out of my 8 guitars, I think only one of them's under two guitars are under $500. One was used. That was $330. Then I think I paid $450 for the EVH. Everything else is above. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a gear, just like any kind of gear. If I don't have to spend a whole ton of money, but we'll see how this sounds. And it's a condenser mic, so you're gonna. Well, yeah, I promised her I was done. Did you see that video? Are you on Facebook? Did you see that video? Like 2 years ago when I got my Les Paul D2, first I got a classic, right? But before I got it, we're out eating, and I'm trying to talk her into, I want this, I want to get this Les Paul. And she made me promise, right? So we got it on video, but I don't know if I follow you on YouTube, on Facebook or not, because the video is on Facebook. Anyway, I got the classic Les Paul, but I didn't like it. Something just didn't like it. It was, and then it had paint on the binding. It was a beautiful guitar. It was like red something, but it had paint on the white binding in spots, and I don't know, but I just didn't like. In my mind, I wanted that Blueberry Burst, even though it cost more because it was a standard. So I got the Blueberry Burst, which, by the way, it is in the shop getting a proper setup, because I did my thing to it, which I don't think. See, I adjusted the truss rod and I lowered it, but I think I lowered the action. Then the pickups were too close to it. I lowered that, but I just want my guy to go over it and do if he can keep it that low, fine, and with the right radius, because I don't know if I have one side. I don't have no tools here, so I'm doing everything by eye. But this SG I got, man, that thing just rocks, and it's got 10-gauge strings, but I'm fine with it. It just rocks. I really like that a lot. So another thing about this mic, so I can't obviously I'm not going to be able to use my guitar with it. Hey Alan, how you doing? Now I'm just checking out this new mic I got, the Elgato 3 Wave 3 USB mic. It's one of the popular. Actually, it was this one, and Rode came out with I guess a competitor to this mic. They came out with the Rode NT USB, something like that, mini, something like that. And actually, that's a little cheaper. It goes for like $100, but they're all everybody's out on that, and it's like 6.5. I think they're pretty similar, but that one was a lot smaller. But this, it came with an adapter. I unscrew the. See, actually, this was attached to here, and I can screw that, and it came with another mount, though, so you could connect it to your boom stand. But this is awkward. I need to put it either against the wall, which will be kind of hard to do, but I can, or just take this extension that I just got yesterday, take that out and just put it right on the stand. That might work. But it's going to stand straight up, and I can push this down. We'll see. Yeah, I promised Margaret I was done. But yeah, I think I have enough guitars now. But I do want to sell the PRS SE Custom 24 and the Epiphone Les Paul. It's a 2000 Epiphone Les Paul standard that I paid $330 for about 3 years ago, maybe. But then I put almost that much into it with upgraded everything. I mean, all the electronics, the pickups. I know I'm not going to get that back, but I'll see what happens. So when I'll advertise it on the Facebook Marketplace locally, and I have trust issues with anybody. I mean, with the way the world is, everybody wants to kill each other today, or it's horrible. But what I'll do is I'll meet somebody locally, nearby, in front of a well occupied, like in front of a Target or something like that. But I'll have somebody coming with me for backup. That's all I'm going to say. And he almost had 20 years in the Army. So you never know, just in case. Because I don't want to do it. I'm going to advertise it on Facebook, but just for like local pickup, we'll see what happens. So what seems funny to me, usually Don's in here. He's probably sleeping, and I hear nothing Nothing. Everything is so quiet. And so I kind of wanted to hear how if he was in here, but you guys are answering it for me. But like I said, this it's a condenser mic, so it's going to be. I don't know if you can hear me tapping on the desk, but it's still directional, where it shouldn't. At least if I'm using software, you shouldn't hear stuff behind me. I mean, not that notice because my wife. I'm pretty sure she's still up. She has the TV on. Actually, let me see if she's still up. And we have the air conditioners right on this other side of the wall. Is she still up? Is she still up? So I'll just text her. Are you still up? Because I can't hear the TV. Not with the headphones. I don't hear good anyway. Yes, I did see. I did see Q's new guitar. The best bike you used so far? Actually, because I was hooking up my. Actually, I hooked up my. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, right here. I had my. This is an Audio Technica ATR 2020 condenser mic. So I put that back on there today, right? On this setup. I was going to do it on Tuesday's show, and but meanwhile, I said I still want to go up to. We have these stores in Baltimore. There's a franchise called Micro Center. You probably heard me mention it before. They sell computer stuff but not just computers, TVs, a lot of mics and stuff, what have you, cameras, and not too much on cameras anymore, but all kinds of like electronic stuff. But their big thing is like do it yourself computer build. But they have pre-built, they have regular built. They have Dells and your laptops and what have you. But they had like 15 of these in stock. So it was on sale for $139. Although I think Amazon had it for like $5 cheaper. But here's the stupid thing, I said, so I drive 44 miles one way, right? So they're telling me at Micro Center, you can't take this back. They want you to get the extended warranty for $20, right? For 2 years, which wasn't bad, right? But I've never had a broken mic, right? Never broke a mic. I mean, I got mics that are 15, 20 years old still working. But I was thinking about doing it, but I said, nah, I'll save my money. But the thing is, my point is, I probably should have got it from Amazon because they give you 30 days return policy, just about on everything, as far as I know. It might even be longer than that, but free returns. But it's but it is like you want to get that new toy, get it right away. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I played the beginning back on YouTube, and it did sound pretty good. But I have a low. I don't have a good voice, right? Like Don's got his voice projects, and he was a salesman. You have to be able to talk. Some people they have a naturally good voice, right? I don't. I got to work at it, and mine tends to be low, and I'll tend to shout sometimes. So I'll go up and down, up and down. So like I said, there's software. When I figure out how to use it and install it, that will. But I try now. Like now, Don's here, so I don't have to shout. So not that I do it on purpose, but unintentionally. But I have a tendency to not talk right. A tendency to talk fast and not clear and too. I just got to take it down a notch sometimes. But because it was bad years ago. Oh my gosh, I would hear myself back on a recording. I said this, I said that, but but I'm a like a mic freak. Like actually, the one I just showed you, and where did I put it? I just put it down. the Audio Technica. I think that was the most expensive mic I had. Yeah, that was a condenser fan and power mic, right? Then here's another popular mic that people still use these a lot. This is a Samson. This is what I have been using for probably since me and Don started doing the show for the most part. This is a Q2U, very popular USB mic. They're like, I guess, $70. And just like this, I can use it. This I can use either USB or XLR. I was using an XLR, but it does have a mic. I could hook up a mic headphones to this and just use this whole thing as an audio interface. I think while it's being used as a USB device, but mic freak, it could be worse. You could be a freak. I'm going electronics gadget kind of guy. Yeah, I remember and some of you guys can relate to this D-tube, but I remember back in the day they used to have this electronics store. Well, everybody had Radio Shack, but there's this one was Lafayette Electronics, and I don't know if I assume they were a franchise. But I remember getting my license, and when you're driving a car, you always want to switch out the AM radio, and get some FM radio in there, and get these speakers. Get Jensen. They really weren't considered good, but they were better than nothing. I remember putting these speakers in there. But I remember I was getting some speakers at the store, electronics store, and I'm in my trunk. And my back went out. I'm like laid down in my trunk trying to measure something, and my back went out. But I've had back trouble all my adult life. Fortunately, not recently. But anyway, and my back went out. I couldn't move. I don't want to scream for help. So I'm in there for like 10, 15 minutes before I could get myself out of there. My back just went out. Yeah, all that stuff's gone. I remember, you go to the malls. Every mall would have they would have a Radio Shack, and then I would go in those game stores a lot. Even though I'm not a gamer, but I did bought a couple gaming consoles back in the day. I think if anybody remembers in television, and I think I had Dreamcast, was it? And maybe some of the Nintendo stuff. And I might have the original Xbox, the very first one. I don't know what version it's on now. Hey, Mike, how you doing, Mike? Just checking out. Just doing a live stream, checking out this new mic I got. Evidently, everybody's saying it sounds okay. So, but I was never much of a gamer. Especially online, like I remember Quake, Unreal Tournament. Maybe those two are the only things I ever really played. Yeah, nothing's available. It's unbelievable how things are. I mean, I go down. I live on a main artery, goes through Hanover, even though it's not a big town. But look at these car dealers. Their selection is not like. I mean, they got plenty of cars, but not like what they had at one time, before the pandemic. And I think even the used car market is overpriced right now. I follow this guy on YouTube called his name's Scotty. Yeah, check it. You might want to check him out. Scotty Kilmer. So he's been a mechanic for like 50 some years, and he seems like he knows it all. He's got, I don't know, 4 million subscribers or something like that, some crazy amount. I don't know. But he puts out some good information. He'll talk about cars, and of course, he loves Hondas, and that's what I have. But I think I was looking at a recent video. He was showing us. I can't remember the year, but it was a Mercedes, and it had 400,000 miles, still going strong, diesel. Because normally he don't like German car. I mean, because they're expensive to fix here. But if you're overseas, in Europe, it's, they have junk cars with them. So it's going to be, but he's really high on the Toyotas, and Yeah, Guitar Center. Actually, Mike, I just picked up. I just picked up this. I just picked up this 2 weeks ago. Right. I had to go to. I live in Hanover, Pennsylvania. I had to go. This is a Gibson SG. Gibson SG Standard 61. Right. And it's got the small pick guard, and it's got 61 R's, 61R, and 61R, 61 R's and 61 T pickups to them. And I wanted one of these, and everybody's out. Normally get my stuff from Sweetwater. They were out because they usually give me a good deal. And so I saw where Guitar Center. Well, actually, let me back up. I went to Musician's Friend first. So they said they have it in stock. I call up, right? And I said, I'm looking, I'm interested in the Gibson SG Standard 61. And what they do is they'll find them at a Guitar Center store because, it's just, I guess, owned by the same people, whatever. So he said they had one in Rockville, Maryland, which is about, I guess, between 60 and 70 miles from me one way, right? So I'm talking to the guy, and I just said, because usually I always get almost everything I buy, I get like 15% off. I ask, I usually get it, right? And I said, would you give me 15% off? And I'm thinking in my mind at this time, where everybody wants to make a sale, they're not going to give me 15% off. And he goes, yeah, we can do that. And I'm like, really? But I didn't make a commitment, because I wanted to try it first, right? And I said, I'll get back with you, right? So the next day, I called him back and left a message. He wasn't there, and he never called me. But I said, let me call my closest Guitar Center, right, which is about 45 miles from me. So I called them, and they said that they could get it, they could order it from Rockville, but they would only give me 7%. Where Musician's Friend, if I got it through them, they're going to give me 15%, right? But I said, you're owned by the same people. Yeah, but we operate the stores differently, blah, 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 blah. So I said, all right, I'll get back with you. So after I got off the phone with him, so let me call Rockville. First of all, verify if they do have the guitar, right? I called them up, talked to the guy, and this was like 5:30 in the evening on a Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday or Thursday, 2 weeks ago. And he said, yeah, we got it in. This thing's in, we only had it like maybe hang on a thing for a month or two, and this thing, it plays like, like butter, the way it is. And so I'm telling him, well, I talked to the guy at Musician's Friend there would give me 15% off. And right away, I asked him, he goes, all right, let me get back with you. He said, yeah, I'll give you 15% off. I said, I'll be right there. Of course, it took me like almost 2 hours, 70, it's like 67 miles one way. But I go these back roads, where I live, because I'm not going to go, you could go around the Baltimore Beltway and the 495 around DC. Forget that. I'll go to the back roads. So that's what I did. And they had it there. I played it. You know what? I didn't even hook it up with an amp. I did not. I just played it, looked at it, made sure there was no cracks in it. Yeah, I want it. I just liked the way. And then when I got home and played it, which I did live. Did I play it live? I can't remember. I don't know if I played it live that night. I did after the live, because I did a live stream when I got it. But I don't think I played it though. I played it after the show. Let me put this down for smack something. It just has that classic rock sound, and I think you could probably play anything. Well, with what little bit of skills I have, but you can play anything on it. And that's what that's what I hear, and I have to agree with that. I just love the way it sounds. And of course, I have the 2019 Gibson Les Paul Standard, and they're similar but different. I mean, like I'm playing things on there. I said I never got a sound like that on my Les Paul, and but So I'm thinking because I don't know if it's the 10 gauge strings where on here when I have the 942s on the Gibson. But anyway, because I did all the stuff to it, like to the Les Paul, and like I said, I have my guy going over it right now, my local guy that just does my setups for me. But because I like it lower than what the specs are. Because we got a 3 months ago, 4 months, when it was cold, it seemed like it started getting harder to play. I guess because the neck shifting from the cold. I guess it was going too close to the too much, I guess, neck relief. So I made it go flatter a little bit, and then I lowered the action. It's really good. And but I had it too close, and you probably heard me say it on some of the shows. The strings were too close to the pickups. I lowered that, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have no tools. I'm going by eye, but it seemed okay for me. But it's been 2 years. So I'm gonna let my guy go over it, and then go with oil the neck or whatever whatever he has to do. Let me see who we got in here. We got the Dog Paw. How you doing, Dog Paw? I messaged Don, but he's probably sleeping. Oh, you know what? Maybe not. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, let me see. Oh, he did answer me, but I'm streaming. All right. I don't know if he went. Dude, Don. I guess it's pretty obvious. He really got he down on the dumps about that house. Really down on the dumps, and he shouldn't be, but he is. So actually, he is up. I said, I mean, he saw my message. I sent you an email, but he may not want to come, and he's too tired. Hey, there's DR Guitars, Dave. How you doing, Dave? I'm just checking out this new Elgato Wave 3 mic, USB condenser mic, and I think it works. I don't need it, but I want to, it's just, how it is with guitars and gear, and you just want to get something different. Because I'm not going to be able to do this so I got to maybe a couple more months. I'll be done. I won't have the money all my severance money will be gone. So I'm doing it while I have the extra money right now. And I think I'm done with guitars. Like I said, I still want to sell, I want to sell the PRS SE Custom 24 and the probably the Epiphone Les Paul Standard. But we'll see what happens. Yeah. So how many people we got? We have 11 people in here. I didn't think I was going to get any because I didn't see anybody in here except for I think who was in here first. See, I think Nelson Rodriguez was in here, and D-Tube, the great one, the great Vancini, Mike Shammer Music, he was in here. The Dog Paw, Hugh Caldwell, if you guys are still in here, Dave Reese, Alan Robinson, and oh my gosh, oh no, I'm blind. I didn't think anybody was come here. It's late, except it's not late for Dave R Guitars, but most of you guys, it's late. Oh, Leroy Shredding is in here. You think so? For Leroy, I got it's a 2011 Epiphone from China, and actually, I think I had about 3 years, maybe a little longer than that. I was at Guitar Center. It was like during Christmas, right before Christmas. They had they had them on sale. The Les Pauls on sale, especially the lesser ones, like the I'm going blank now. The cheaper Les Pauls. I can't think of. You got a couple, the tributes and whatever. So I'm trying them, and they were. Just out of the box, hanging on their rack. They were terrible. They were not set up right. So I couldn't get a real good gauge on that, right? I said, man, I'm not going to. I can't tell how these play. And then so I go in the used section, which there's hardly any used guitars these days, obviously. But I went in the used section and I saw this Epiphone Les Paul, right? And actually, they had some new ones there too, but they just like the Gibsons, they weren't set up. I couldn't gauge them right. But I picked this Epiphone Les Paul Standard 2011. It was set up perfectly. To this day, I haven't done anything to it except for I had my guy. I changed all the electronics in it. I mean, I took everything. Not me, my guy, but he put CTX pots in there. He put in all the real good stuff. The wiring. Put in what else did he do? He put in switch. Is it called switchcraft? What do you call it? The good switch pickup switch switchcraft. Yeah, I think he put that. Anyway, but I'll never get that money. I don't expect get that money back. But I think I could sell for more than $330. Switchcraft, yeah. And the CTX pots and the orange drop capacitor, whatever. Hey, Ryan from the Midwest, how you doing? Actually, Ryan, I'm just checking out. I had to get another mic. You know me with these gadgets. So I'm trying this other mic that I got. Yeah, I have this Elgato Wave 3, and with this mic, I was talking about it earlier. I don't have the software set up, but you can have the software set up, and you can have, I think, at least one other virtual source. Let's say if I have one of my browsers playing music, I can output it to the stream, and you guys would hear it with this software that it comes with. Well, you have to download. I didn't bother doing anything with it yet because, I went out. Like I said, I went to Micro Center. Like I said, it's about a 45-hour drive one way. Then we came home and ate at a fancy restaurant on the way home, my wife and I. And then I wanted to redo Windows because my Windows, I just wanted to do a reinstall. Which these days, if you have an SSD, it's not, in a fast computer, it's not going to take more than 15 to 20 minutes to reinstall Windows. Now, depending on how many programs you have, that could run into. But I don't have a lot of programs, and a lot of the videos I didn't care about. I have a lot of videos that I saved that I didn't even bother backing them. I backed some up, some important things I backed up, but Anyway, so it's working good, and it wasn't really working bad before. But like I said, I thought I was downloading some programs that I think it kind of broke some things, and even though I was getting this program manager, it was preventing the computer from shutting down, which it wasn't because it would shut down fine. I would get it randomly shut down, and nothing. I scanned this. I don't know with how many different anti-malware things, and nothing came up. It was as clean as a whistle. But I think some program that I downloaded, it was playing havoc. And oh yeah, I had that on there. Well, now I have it. Now when you do the what do you call it? The Windows. Why am I doing blank? With the Windows, you download Windows installation media, and I put it. You can do it. Make it go on a DVR or a USB thumb drive. That's what I always do. Who uses? Some people still use some DVDs. I don't. I had a friend of mine stop by Wednesday that I work with, and haven't seen him since I retired. He just happened to call me up. He was media creation tool, correct. And I haven't seen him since I retired. And so he came over here because he had his car worked over near here at the Ford dealer. Anyway, so I'm showing him my stuff, and he still burns DVDs rather. I don't have my two builds. I don't have a no DVR, no burners in them. I had an external burner, but it bit the dust. It quit working. But I do have one laptop that still has a burn. I can burn DVDs. But evidently, I guess because even at one time I would download movies and stuff like that, but I would put them on just put them on, thumb drives because almost all modern. You can't see that color. Oh, you're not going to see that one either. Same color, green. Oh, here's one because most modern TVs will take USB. It will read USB thumb drives, and it'll play what's on there. Or then I have a DVD, Blu-ray player, and I can stick a thumb drive in that, and it'll read it too. Or then you can have it on the network. You can read it off if you have your computer's network, they'll be able to read it that way too. Guitar hack. Did I wake you, man? Just checking out this mic. And by the way, hack, that guitar sounded great when you were playing the old song first. It was. Everything sounded great, but the mix was coming across. And I only have my good headset on. My Sony is my better headset. These are just the what is this? Tascam. These are not my better headset, and it was sounded great. The mix. Oh my gosh, it was just booming. And I guess you have to owe that to your brother doing that. Oh, unbelievable. But since I did this new install, like I'm gonna have to install Reaper, which I haven't used in 2 months anyway, and relearn whatever I did learn how to do. But I'm not in a hurry. But I had all those all those fancy things in OBS, and I don't have it anymore. So I'll have to make new ones. Oh, I'm just reading a chat here. So we got 14 people in here at 1:01 a.m. I have the door closed, and I think my wife. Let's see if she has the TV on. Let me see something. Hi. What's your email? Huh? I don't get your email. I don't get no email. Oh, I sent it to you. I meant to send it to Don. Actually, I thought I texted Don a little bit ago. Wait a minute. It was my wife. Oh my gosh. I don't see any emails from you. I'm terrible. Let me see. Yeah, Don never got back with me from like 9:30 or 10:30, something like that. And I thought he replied to me. It was my wife. So I'm telling her and giving her the link to come in. And she, I don't see no email. Not that she would come in. Murder, She Wrote is still on. Yeah, I hear you. You know, she does watch you. She does watch these old. She watches The Golden Girls and what was it called? Frasier. Kelsey Grammer show. What's it called? Frasier. She watches that. I won't even watch Seinfeld anymore because I saw them all probably 80,000 times each. Oh no, he's probably sleeping. I don't want to bother him. And well, he was playing guitar because I messaged him. Was it today or yesterday? He called me, and I called back the next day. But I think he was playing golf today. I'm getting mixed up. All days seem the same. Yeah. So we got 15 in here. That's awesome. I swear I didn't think anybody was going to come in at 1:00, especially with Don not here. Don's the main attraction. But so how does the video look? I'm on my webcam. And I think I don't know if I backed up the some of you guys did not see my did I play the UFO on the show Tuesday, the UFO sighting? I think I did. Did I play it on you? Because I don't think I backed that up. I put it on Facebook, so I could get it from there. Or if I played it on the last show, but I did another one. I did another one with bugs, with trying to get rid of ants in my yard because I have these ant mounds in my yard. Yeah, I did play it. That's right. So, but I did with ants, right? And so my intentions were to try to make the ants look like they were on me. It didn't work right because they were crawling all over what looked like the lens of the camera, right? So what I did was I'm explaining that I'm putting this stuff on the yard to get rid of these ant mounds, right? But you can see these ants all over the lens, right? Look, kind of realistic, right? And then I get to the one point I'm talking about, I think I got rid of the ants. So in a couple weeks, I'll try to put some new grass seed down. The next thing you hear me cursing and cussing, but I'm bleeping it out because it's all over my freaking lens, these ants. But not quite as funny as the UFO. Yeah, it's been all the UFOs. They've been in the news lately, evidently. But my point was, why do they have bad video? These guys that are filming these so-called UFOs, how come they're using bad video? I say mine looked more realistic than that, and it was fake as anything, but it was funny. Yeah, I know I didn't save the. Let me see if I can. You're not going to hear to say I can't get on Facebook now anyway. I don't know my password. Oh well, what are you going to do? But I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put try to get rid of those two guitars and get a Godin, right? Right, Hugh? I'll get rid of two guitars and get a Godin? Nah, I'm only kidding. They're too expensive. I wouldn't mind having an acoustic, but I think I could be on one end of the house from my wife. She would still hear it. It would be too loud, even acoustic guitar. What are you going to do? And as far as, I had recently lost 40 pounds, 41 pounds. Well, I'm afraid to get on a scale in the last 2 weeks because it ain't good. That's all I got to say. It ain't good. It ain't good. They're everywhere in my last video. Oh, by the way, does anybody have the cicadas where they're at? I haven't seen one, and I'm in northern Hanover, PA. Now they have them, and they were spotted in Hampstead, Maryland, which is about 20 miles south of here, 15, 20 miles. I haven't seen any. And where I was in like right outside Baltimore today, I didn't see any, but I wasn't looking at any. Have not seen one because I was going to do a video on cicadas, but I couldn't find anything. I'm trying to find video on YouTube with it where like the bugs are on a green screen or like the UFOs were on a green screen. I can take that out in my editing software, but Hugh Caldwell, you need to get rid of 15 guitars. How many you have total? 16? No. Yeah, my yard, it's just like I said, I got sand. I mean, I got there are some ant mounds on there. And I'm not seeing many ants, but I see some. But like I want to put seed down and they need to fix all that. I did put some fertilizer down but I want to 30. I think I did hear you say that 31 guitars. Oh my God. Do you have room for it in the house? Jeez. I don't have room for my cases. So I'm wondering where I can't get any more in that closet over there. And so I got one of the case that came with SG up against the wall. I 100% agree with you, Dollpot. I hate selling. I mean, I don't like Craigslist. I mean, I bought a few things on Craigslist. I sold some things on it. I just don't like I don't trust people. I mean, I'm looking on, you know, the Facebook marketplace, right? So the guy's selling a Focusrite, USB audio interface. And so he's saying it's this, and he's putting the pictures up, open it, and he has a picture of the box open, and it's got some other brand in there. Somebody called him out on it, you know, and you know, I mean, and then I'll see these GoPros. They're selling these used GoPros. They'll top it off with the top GoPro. They won't say it's a GoPro, you know, knockoff. They'll say it's a GoPro, and it's not a GoPro. You know, it just drives me nuts. And I think they can only now I can understand where I think Facebook only lets you put stuff up on there for $500 on the highest amount, but in the body and the message they'll put stuff. And a lot of times they're even guitars. They're selling more used, and you could buy a new one cheaper. Well, I mean, I can understand if it's something something that's old, you know, got some historic value to it or something like that. But you know, a guitar, it's a year old. They're trying to sell it now. My PRSSE, I do see them going for like I paid $641. I see them going for like the one I have going for 700 or 800 used. I don't think I would sell it for that much. Hey, Chad, how you doing? Just checking out this new mic I got. Chad Boston, he is the king of Helix, the Helix king. I just coined that. I mean, and Chad, yeah, and he makes the covers for him, the switch covers and stuff like that, and. But I did install the software when I reinstalled Windows tonight. I made probably the first thing I did was install the software for the Helix, although I didn't try yet, but I did. The software is installed, but I wasn't sure if I saved my backups, but I did. But you guys listen to Hack's new song tonight? That was awesome, man. I mean, just how the stuff gets mixed so professionally. None of the stuff I do sounds like that. But although Don has this program he uses, he can run the video in there. It's called Handy Share. It's part of Zoom, the camera, and so I got it too. Sure enough, it does enhance the sound if you like that. Yeah, it's going to give it. It has like 5 or 6 different effects, and it'll have like an echo effect or some kind of broad stereo, and it does help, I think. Whereas when I was messing around with the Reaper, you know, I'm using the VST plugins. They work, but you have to know how to use them. You got to put. I was putting like 3 or 4 different ones on, you know, one little 2-minute song. Do you like how the new microphone has the anti-gravity float in space? Oh, that's which this way, because of the green screen. I had to crop everything in to make it look right, you know, or else you'll get some noise in it and what have you. I had to download the. I like that G Hub software because I can adjust, you know, just the color right and more so than what's built into OBS. Yeah, but here's see it has 3 functions on there. It's got the mic, the headphones, and the total mix. And you just press this, and it'll bring it to that, and then you can turn it and play around with the mix. But then again, you can use the software, and which I'll mess around with tomorrow. But it's got a lot of. I had to turn everything down when I started doing some recordings in Audacity, and it was just way over. I had to turn it like you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 dots, you know, where you can set for your gain. I had it on 3 or 4, and it was too loud. I had to set it down to 2. Plus, I think I took it down in Windows too. I found G-Hub. Yeah, that's what I'm using G-Hub. I mean, I think it seems to do a better job, and it helps me get my green screen the way it should be. Where is Super Mitch? I'm right here. I still save the. I think I saved those videos. I didn't delete. I didn't delete that. Um, actually, let me see if I can. I what can I play? Let's see. Share video. Where did I put everything? It's on my second hard drive. This PC. Where is it? Do I have my backup? Yeah, like I said, some things I didn't back up, some things I did. And I had some on my Google Drive, and I just deleted some stuff on there. New on my intros. See, Don Mitch. Oh, here it is. All right, let me play this. I did say this. All right, hold on. Hey, Mitch here. I got a little rant, and I don't usually rant about things, but in the news lately, they've been reporting some sightings of UFOs. Now these UFOs, the video on these UFO sightings, they're really bad. I mean, I could probably not that I would, but I bet you I could do a better job than them. But not that I would ever do anything like that. But it's just ridiculous with all these UFO sightings with bad video. I mean, as good as cameras are today and as cheap as they are, I don't get it. I don't get. Oh, what? 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 Oh! 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 What do you want from me? 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 All right, you really want to see a UFO? You want to see a real UFO? You want to see a real UFO? Look over there. Want to see a real UFO? Look over there. Now that's a real UFO. If I'm doing it right. That's a UFO. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it plays really good. It's called an SG UFO. Oh yeah. All right. Hack just called me a lesbian. I thought you had to be a female to be a lesbian. No, I know you said thespian. I know. Just joking. Removed from studio. But I don't think I saved the ones with the ants. Yeah, I was gonna put it on. I haven't put it on YouTube. I was gonna like title it like it's something like UFO spotted. UFO spotted, but it was a real. It was an UFO was spotted, but it's a UFO SG-61 or something like that. But I haven't put it up. But I was going to doctor it up some. But I should put it up with the ants if I still have the ants. Actually, let me look on. Not there. I just didn't feel like saving all those videos that because I have because my C drive, it's a 500 gigabyte SSD, the fast one. I forgot what you called it. It's the fast drive. It's the what looks like a stick of RAM, and then I have a terabyte SSD. But they're both Samsung. And actually, I need to get the software from Samsung for it before I forget. But anyway, let's see if I did back up any of the I don't think I did it. The I no May Metal Good Real Aliens Don Mitch. No, I do have the I did back up the I do have that outro that I made the other day, but I did not back up the ants. Led Zeppelin, BB King, audio, video. Nope. My bad. I just didn't feel like dragging everything over. Let me. So you think this mic is a success? You're not hearing any TV or anything? Hey, Truth Guitar Method. Yeah, that's what I got. I got this. It's pretty popular. One of the recommended affordable mics on YouTube. And it's USB. It's a condenser mic, but it's got software that I can use where I can add like music to a stream. I think I can only do one other source, either music from a stream or a gaming sounds. I don't game, or some other sounds. That's good because she does have the TV one. Because I was thinking about because the TV is on this other side of this in front of me on the other side of the wall. I was thinking about moving this table in back of me on the other side of the wall, which is the end of the house, which I really don't want to. But I'm like, I have I'm on a Ryzen computer. It's an AMD 3800X, but I have a 3600X. I don't even touch that. And now with with the parts, computer parts, especially video cards, they're like a hot commodity now, and they're so expensive. The real high end ones. But what's in that one? It's a AMD Radeon RX 580. I paid 180 for it like 2 years ago. They're going for like 300 and up used. And I don't use that computer, and I'm thinking about just selling that, and I could probably get 700. I probably put about $700 into it anyway. But I could get that. Should be able to get that what I put into it. Yeah, you're a gamer, so you know more about it than me. I mean, if you game, you know what you know. But they're so expensive. I mean, I know they're a lot better because they got 16 gigs of RAM now or more or something like that. But I'm not spending. I think I saw some cars for $2,000. Micro Center where I was at today, they had some in. I wasn't looking at them there, but I was looking online yesterday. I mean, there's no. The only reason why I got an RTX 2070 in here, which I paid 430, like when I built this a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. And the only reason why got something like that is because I wanted to use DaVinci Resolve, and it works better with a better, as most video editors, it's going to work better with a better graphics card. Even though I got the free version, and it's not utilizing the graphics card like it would if I had the studio version of DaVinci Resolve. But and actually, I think I got a bad card. I'll get artifacts when I'm watching video. I don't play any games, but I'll get artifacts on the video a little bit, like on the edges. I tried all these different drivers, and I had it. I even put it in the yellow machine, and it was doing the same thing. So I flopped out the video cards. But and they probably would take care of me. I'll bet you because I don't know what their warranty with EVGA. I think they have pretty decent warranty, but I don't feel like it's not bad enough. I don't feel like it's a pain in the ass to take it out, and I got to bring a table in here and send it back to them. I think they may want to charge me for shipping, but they probably take care of me because I know I built this is years ago. I built a computer. It was an Antec case, and I had a FireWire poured in there. I didn't have anything FireWire at the time. FireWire, and I must have got, and it was bad. I could test it. I must have had some FireWire device that wouldn't work. And I had the case for a couple of years. I just, out of nowhere, emailed them. They sent me a new connection for the a FireWire connection, and that's what it was. It worked as soon as I put it in. So some of these companies are, they'll take care of you. All right, Missy Caldwell. Yeah, 20. That's a good card. That's a well over $1,000 card anyway. When there's not a pandemic going on, right? That's crazy amount of money for a video card. I mean, even the 1080s are still. It's a still. I would take what was it 970s? Even the 1080s. Now my future son-in-law, my stepdaughter's fiance, he was getting these video cards. So he would just get these good deals, and they would take it. And he had I think he got a 2080. Did he have a super? I don't know. He got one for might have been a 1080, but he got it for some crazy price, some really good price. Yeah, I thought so. Um, EVGA, okay. Yeah, I still have the box. I'm pretty sure I still have the box in the shed. I don't think I threw any of the parts away. But I had for the longest time I was having a problem with that motherboard. I had a Asus Tough Gaming plus Wi-Fi motherboard, Ryzen X570. I think the board was like, what did I pay for it? They're more now, but I always had trouble with it running in my memory. I got 32 gigabytes, 3200 DDR4, I think it is. I when I would run it at 3200, the RAM at the proper speed, every so often, not all the time, but often enough, it wouldn't boot. Everything would turn on. It would not boot though. I mean, nothing on the screen. Power was on. A reboot was fine. But if I would put it to default settings, which the RAM ran at 2600, wasn't running the speeds, the speed that it was supposed to run at, it would be okay. And then, I would put the BIOS updates in. Then about 4 months ago, maybe a little longer now, I went on AZU's site. I saw they had like, I don't know, 8 BIOS updates. I put them all in. Well, they had some beta. I didn't put the beta in there, and I haven't had a problem since. It works good. It'll like routinely clock at the CPU like 4.2 gigahertz, but I think it'll do four up to 4.6. But it's just running real good. I don't know overclock or nothing, but yeah, I've been seeing those like Robert. Is it Robert Baker? On Saturdays, I guess he's got something going on with Sweetwater. So he's been giving these guitars away. So I've just been saying whatever he says, see what happens, see if I got one. I don't even know what I would. I think they're like. I think the one that was going on yesterday was a Player Series Telecaster or something. I don't know what I really wouldn't need one. Uh, but it would be cool to get one and give it to somebody that really can't. If you knew somebody that really couldn't afford it, give it to them. But we don't know people on YouTube. I know a couple of people that I know that I could trust, like the guys that are in here now. But I mean, there's some people that really can't afford. They can barely make their bills each month. All right. So would you guys say the mic is a success? It's a keeper. Well, I can't take it back because they won't do no exchange, which is his dumbest thing. Micro Center, they've always let me take something. I mean, not. I don't think I ever returned anything to them before, but they never had where you couldn't return something, which never made it didn't make sense. But anyhow, it's fine. It works good. I'm guessing pentatonic. Oh, yeah, I think I might take a class to learn the pentatonic scales because somebody said you should learn them. Because I only started playing the guitar in 1969, so I never learned a pentatonic scale. That's a joke. Even though I probably only play three out of the five most of the time, 3 or 4 out of the five. Yeah, I'll keep this. I'm going to keep this mic. Uh oh. Hello? You just got it. That was scary getting a phone call. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear the phone ring? Could you hear the phone ring? Because you did, because it's only about like 3 feet away, 3 or 4 feet. Let me see if my wife recognized that number. Did you recognize that number?
No.
It was a Maryland number.
It only rang once.
I know. I picked up, nothing was on there. All right, I'm gonna cut the stream because I have all these lights in here because of the green screen. I don't know why I put the green. It is hot as anything. I got the door closed. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming and help me check this new mic out. I just have to orientate it so it's not on my side and figure out. See, if I could put it behind the desk with this boom thing would be ideal. But I got to move all this ton of stuff to get this boom stand behind there. But I'll figure it out. So, guys, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. You guys are great. Have a great what's left of your weekend, which is Sunday tomorrow. And we'll see you Tuesday on the Don and Mitch show. Even though half the time I say Don and Mike because there used to be these DJs on the radio for like 20 years on local radio. So thanks for coming to hear Dogpod, Great Vancini, Guitar Hack, and check out Guitar Hack's new song. Alan Robinson, Dave R Guitars, Mike Channer, music. And who else am I missing? Hugh Caldwell. By the way, he's selling 16 guitars, I believe. The D-Tube. The Dog Paw, Alan Robinson, Hugh Caldwell. I think I said everybody. And Truth Guitar Method. I don't know if you're still here. Don's way better at this than me. I'm just scrolling up and down, up and down, up and down. And I think one of the first persons that was in here was, I got a lot of scrolling to do, and I don't see it. Whatever. Have a good week, guys. Stay safe. And let's hope the world can be a better place because it's not doing too well right now. I mean, it's horrible. All right, guys, have a good weekend. See you Tuesday. Bye.